and it's unsalted, okay, and it has a grainy texture. No, she's beautiful, look. The way she gives you the cheese.
Not a ton of flavor.
The value that we have in here is 1.6 million euro.
Wow.
Wow. If you knock and it's coming loose, or the glue is not anymore there, or the cement is breaking, you will hear an empty sound. You agree with this?
Yes.
Yeah? So basically this is what they're doing for the inner part of the quality check. But not only, they will check also the exterior of the cheese, okay? So they will look for any defects like mold, okay? Because remember that all these wheels of cheese, they have to be brushed and turned over upside down every day to avoid molding. Perfect. The sound is even, there's no empty space, so this wheel is fine. Okay? Now we're going to make you hear a different sound. Okay? The oldest wheel we have here is from July 2015, almost 96 months.
Wow.
This is the oldest one. Sounds like wood. This is a particular aging, so aging of 100 months is a very special aging, okay?
What is the price of the...
A lot. I'll tell you now.
Questa è la forma di un anno.
1 year,
Sentite?
2 years, 8 years. Grazie Fabrizio.
Grazie a voi. Ci vediamo dopo.
They have the cheese with balsamic vinegar, and it is to die for. I love balsamic vinegar so much. I've never had cheese with it though. It's a phenomenal pairing. Made it to the Parma ham factory.
We're salting the legs twice. Okay. So again the massage, again the layer of salt, and again here this, we salt the legs right. And after the second salting, a second chisel. Okay. For the sweetness, okay? You can see here we have covered this part with this paste here to protect the flash. And this paste is called sugna. We call it sugna. And the operation is the sugnatura. So we cover by hand, one by one, with the finger, this part with this paste. We have this big table with this paste in the middle, and one by one we take the legs and we cover this part. And the sugna is made with rice flour, salt, pepper, water, and fat from the pig. Okay, from the rib here. Okay, it's sweeter here. Now we use rice flour. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we use a normal flour, but now for the gluten intolerance, we have to use rice flour. Okay, so we have only the ham, the leg, and the salt. Okay, here the salt, because again, my grandfather in the center of Italy, they use salt and a lot of pepper. A lot of pepper. I remember this pepper, but this pepper changed then the smell and the flavors. Yeah, okay. So the Parma ham is famous because it's sweet. Okay. They put this needle in the leg in 5 different points. Okay. So the first is here. No, here exactly. And they have to arrive in this part here, and then they smell it. Okay. So they put inside and then close immediately with the sugna is hole here, okay, because nothing has to penetrate inside. So first here, to arrive here and then smell it. And then the other 4 part on the femoral bone here, on this other bone, and close to the two veins that you find here, the femoral veins and the central veins, okay? These are all delicate part here for the veins. It's about the blood, okay? Sometimes can happen with the blood. And then they smell it. They use this bone because this porosity capture quickly the smells, but in the same time they release quickly, okay? So they don't have to wait a lot of time, the smell's gone. So the operation is very quickly. So, and they have to expect all these legs. So in 5 points, okay. And if it's okay, if the smells are perfect, we can put the final stamp here, okay? Is this stamp with Parma, with this crown, okay? And E25 is this producer here, okay? It's like the number of the Parmigiano Reggiano. Here we have this, here, this number here.
Now we get to eat.
They have big plates of prosciutto. My favorite, of course, was the ham. The cheese was so delicious, but it was a lot first thing in the morning.
For sure. Well, we just got back from our Parmesan tour and the Parma ham tour.
It was amazing. We keep having, any tour that we've had so far has been an incredible experience.
100%.
The people are just unbelievable. Like, I knew the world was full of good people, but every experience we've had is just magnifying just how unique and kind just the world really is. And we're only 10 days in.
So the tours were so well done. We got picked up right from our hotel. Our driver's name was GF. He was hysterical.
Cracking
Wild.
jokes the whole time.
It was great. Everyone that we were on the tour with, again, was so nice. We met this one couple from Sweden, and they were just the best.
The woman is a professional photographer, and she's the photographer for the King of Sweden.
I couldn't believe
Casual.
it. So, dropped it like it was nothing. I was like,
That's a big deal.
she was so excited for us and asking all about our plans.
She was so well traveled and giving us advice on where we should go, and her family's from Slovenia, and that's where we're going next.
The tours themselves were fantastic.
The tour guides were so knowledgeable.
Oh, and so nice.
They were trying to fill us up and get us drunk.
They were like, more cheese, more cheese, more cheese. I'm
More
like,
wine.
I can't. I know I did probably a really poor job today of filming everything, but I was just having such a good time. But I haven't looked at any of the footage, so I'm not sure what I caught, what will be heard, but I wanted to fill you guys in on some of the really interesting stuff. So for the Parmesan tour, the aging process takes about...
It depends on the type of cheese that you want. So there were some cheeses that were aging for up to 100 months. And there were cheeses in there that were from 2015 that were still in the aging process.
So once they showed us how to make it and everything, they then brought us into the cheese room where it's all stored. And it was a room filled, rows and rows of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese.
And I did not know this, but Parmigiano Reggiano is like the OG of the Parmesan cheeses, and any Parmesan cheese that you have had in your life that is not specifically labeled Parmigiano Reggiano is just a knockoff version of this cheese.
Yep, so pretty much all of the Parm I've ever had in my entire life
Was
is
fake.
It's not true Parmesan cheese.
They had bars on the windows, they had security cameras.
It was like a bank.
And they said that they've had on 3 different occasions people try to break in to steal the cheese. And they also mentioned that the banks in the area will take the Parmesan cheese as a form of payment and collateral. If a farmer needs a loan for something, they will just hold on to the cheese, and if for some reason he can't pay it back, that cheese has aged and increased in value over time.
So then we went to the Parma ham tour and the Parma ham factory, which we are big animal lovers, even though we eat meat. It was still kind of sad to see just all of this endless meat.
There were so many piggies that sacrificed their life for the factory.
They told us that they're typically around 9 months old when they take them, which was so sad. But they only use the back legs, specifically the back legs, for Parma ham.
And that was in this location. They told us that there are multiple cities throughout northern Italy that use every part of the pig, so it doesn't just go to waste, which is great.
Exactly. They send the rest of the pig to other factories. The aging process for the ham was, I think, 24 months.
It was about 24 months, 24 to 36. He said anything after that, it'll kind of dry out.
They salt it first. So they take it and they massage the meat as soon as it comes in to get all the blood out and all the guts out. And then after that, they have to salt it for like 3 months. They salt it once, they let it sit for 20 days, they salt it again, they let it sit again, and then they bring it to the preserving room.
I believe so. Yeah,
I
there were
believe
so many different rooms.
Yeah, sorry, it was a lot of information. But I believe in the preserving room is where it then just starts to hang. And then there they let it dry out for what Alisia was saying, about 24 months. And then the way they check it, which I'm pretty sure I got footage of, is by a bone from the back leg of a horse. And they have to poke it in 5 different spots, and they smell check it. If it doesn't smell correct, it's not considered Parma ham. It's considered something else, and they can't sell it legally as Parma ham. So I thought it was super interesting that the only way to have it considered true Parma ham is just some guy smelling everything. All in all, one of the best tours I've been on. It was phenomenal.
If you're ever in the area, you should definitely book a tour through Parma Look.
Parma Look.
And
We'll link it below.
yeah, they're so knowledgeable, so kind. They pick you up, they cater to you in every way possible to really give you the best experience.
We had the best time.
Thank you, everybody.
Well, we rested up after the tour, which was great, and we were editing some videos, but it's almost 7 o'clock, and guess what we are?
Hungry.
Starving.
psycho who goes to Italy and gets Asian food, but having a gluten intolerance makes it kind of difficult, and I was so hangry that my patience was very thin, so we're here, and it looks delicious.
Also, I ate so much pasta and pizza in Cinque Terre that I am totally cool with getting something else. We ordered 2 noodle bowls, some edamame, and my favorite would be dumplings, and it was only 14 euros. And we got a drink.
And a tea.
So cheap. As soon as we sat down and got our food and started eating, it got so crowded.
Yeah, it was very busy in there, so that's great news. It wasn't just us who thinks it's really good.
We don't know the next time we'll have access to a gym, so we thought we'd work out 2 days in a row.
My legs are cooked from yesterday to the point where, you gotta like grasp the toilet to just sit down.
It's a good way to end the day, though.
Yeah.
It's been a great day.
It has been. The tour was just amazing.
So we will see you guys tomorrow when we head to Venice.
Ciao.